Gotham is yours. None shall interfere. Do as you please.
So even though they've only been shooting The Batman 2021, aka Batman Vengeance, or is it going to be called The Batman? We don't know yet. There is a lot to talk about the Batman movie, but not only that, The Rock himself keeps teasing that the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change. Training and prep for Black Adam has been a grind, but the passion project outweighs the sacrifice, the truth and justice, and the Black Adam is on his way. Or he said something like that. I'm just freestyling. So it is cool. So he uploaded an image last night of him training in the gym. But let's be honest, guys, he would make Henry Cavill look tiny. It make everyone look tiny. So if Black Adam is going to have some kind of cameo role in Shazam 2 that does start shooting this summer, Zachary Levi, who I've met at the UK press event for Shazam 1, very cool guy. The Rock's going to dwarf you, but it's going to be pretty cool to see when those two go one-on-one together. And also, there is a lot of Flash information that I don't know if it's true, but Geeks Vibe Nation, who we are friends with, said it, so I believe their sources. So let's get into this video. So if you are new to this channel, thank you very much. I've had a lot of new subscribers this last few weeks or so, which has been cool. So thank you very much, guys. We're going to talk about the Batman movie first, then talk about Black Adam, and then talk about Shazam 2, maybe, and then talk about The Flash. So we've had a lot of cool information about the Batman movie over the last week. Now, for some reason, I read online that the Batmobile was leaked. No, Matt Reeves posted an image of it, 3 images. That is not a leak. So if you're new around here, I'm going to describe what a leak is. A leak is when an image gets online when it's not supposed to, and an official image is when the director, producer, or someone affiliated to the movie says, yo guys, have a look at this. So it was officially revealed, the muscle car. That looks very interesting. It looks really cool. I can't wait to hear it roar. And apparently, according to Jeffrey Wright, who is playing Commissioner Gordon, and yes, he does have the mustache, as a recent image is online, courtesy of BatSource. At least that's where I seen it first. So it looks pretty damn cool, and I really do like the look of the Batmobile. It's a very different car. It's a muscle car. Maybe he's trying to hide the fact that he's a billionaire, or maybe he's trying to hide the fact that he wants a really cool supercar, but he also wants a Batmobile, but he doesn't want to make it so obvious. I didn't expect him to have a massive full-on tank like Ben Affleck's variation of Batman or Christian Bale's variation of Batman, because it is year 0 or year 1. It's a very early on variation of a Batman. So also in the news, Zoe Kravitz, who's playing Catwoman, is fantastic in the role. I don't know, because no one's seen her on set. We did see her stunt double and Robert Pattinson's stunt double on set, shooting some hilarious scenes when they were both on bikes. And then the Batman stuntman fell over, and it's absolutely ridiculous, and I cannot believe that is the only real images we have, except for, obviously, it is Robert Pattinson in the suit for the Batmobile images, but no one's actually seen him concurrently themselves on set. Have they? No. So Zoe Kravitz recently said this about the Batman role. She's only been doing it 2 weeks, but she had the following comments to make, which make me feel very interested about what is to come with this movie, because we've not seen anyone yet. We've still got so many reveals. The Penguin, Two-Face, Mad Hatter, potentially Robin, potentially Warstu. We don't know. We know they're going to be shooting very soon in Liverpool. So let's go over what Zoe Kravitz had to say about her specific role on The Batman. We just started shooting a couple of weeks ago, but before that, I was in London for 2 months, just getting into shape, training, learning how to fight, she said during an interview, an appearance on Questlove Supreme podcast. And when asked if she has now earned the ability to fight, she simply replied, I can now fight. Training definitely was well spent. Last month, the 31-year-old said she felt a little bit scared to be involved in such a large-scale film. She said, if you start focusing too much on what people are going to think, you're doing yourself a disservice. It's almost like you're putting your energy in the wrong places. Of course, I want to honor the fans and hope they like what I do with the role, she added to Variety. But in order to do that, what I think I need to do with Catwoman, I have to go internal and forget about the rest of the world. Now this is cool because we can't wait to see what she looks like in the Catwoman suit. It's gonna be freaking fantastic when we do finally get to see her in the suit. So also in the news, they are shooting a film scene for a movie in Liverpool, a car scene, the middle of March. Specifically, I think it's next week to 2 weeks. They are looking for left-handed American cars. So what does this mean? I've got no freaking idea. No, I'm joking. Obviously, it means they're going to be shooting with the Batmobile. That is why we got the official Batmobile reveal. It was not leaked, guys. I don't know who said it was leaked. It was not leaked. It got over 100,000 likes in 2 hours, which is insane. But the casting notice for extras does specifically say what kind of cars they are looking for. So they are looking for the following cars. I'm not going to go through a list because it's like 20. Ford Focus, Ford Fusion, GMC, Honda Civic, Legacy, etc. I could keep going on, but it is for the Batman movie. Why? Because they're American cars, the left-handed wheel. It says you must have a clean driving license, so they're going to be shooting some crazy scene in Liverpool. Not only that, we know they are shooting some kind of Halloween party as well. During that time, you also know they are shooting a circus scene. Now they've casted twins for a specific role, and now people like me seem to think the Mad Hatter is going to be behind that scene, potentially. Initially, a lot of people thought it was for Robin because it's going to be the death of his parents, and then how he becomes Robin, and that storyline will be cool, but you got to keep grounded, and you've got to remember the following. This is an early Batman, a young Bruce Wayne, year 1, year 2, year 0, a very young early on Batman, so it wouldn't make much sense to add Robin in the first movie, maybe in the second movie. So they are also looking for a Halloween party, so we know it's going to follow loosely the storyline of the long Halloween, which is when there's loads of murders, and obviously he's trying to solve who murdered everyone or something like that, but it's really hard to figure out exactly what's going on. We're just trying to piece every piece of the puzzle together to get a quantifiable answer. So also, whilst recording this video, I found a post from BatSource that said this movie is going to take inspiration from the following. So according to Definition YT, who is heavy spoilers, creditation, and all credit to him, this is where the information is coming from. The Batman takes inspiration from Batman Zero Year, Batman Earth 1, Batman The Long Halloween, and Batman Dark Victory. And this makes a lot of sense because a video ago back, I played a clip where Matt Reeves said that his movie is going to be one of the first movies, at least in the Batman franchise, that does not pull from the Dark Knight story.
Emotional. I think there's a way to do a story about that character.
There absolutely is.
Engaging.
It's been done.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, somewhat done here, somewhat, bits
sure.
and pieces.
In pieces, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or like The Dark Knight, which I think is an incredible movie, the thing that really resonates about that is the Joker, like his story and that performance and everything about the filmmaking that relates to that character. It's his movie. And I think Christian Bale is great, but I think that movie really resonated with everyone because of that character, its portrayal, and the way that the movie presented his unsettling perspective and the way that crashed up against Batman. I think what I'm interested in is being even more inside of Batman.
So it's going to be very interesting. It also went on to say Matt Reeves is also going back and forth on the title. It's either The Batman or Batman Vengeance. So that is also coming from Heavy Spoilers, aka @Definition on Twitter. So that is pretty interesting that it is not pulling from The Dark Knight like everyone else seems to think it is. So it is cool that it's taking inspiration from 4 different variations of inspiration. Batman Zero Year, Batman Earth 1, Batman The Long Halloween, which is initially what every single person under the sun thought it was just going to follow the Long Halloween, and also Batman Dark Victory. So that is cool. So if you want to know more about what's going to happen in this movie, check them comic book runs out, because then you'd know more than 99% of the other population. But people that watch my kind of videos kind of do that kind of stuff. So the general public wouldn't, but other people would. So also in the news, it looks like they are going to be filming the Batcave, or at least some underground scenes in Liverpool, as they are going to be in Liverpool for quite a while. Recently, some information came out, again, courtesy of BatSource. Follow BatSource on Twitter, because if you want to know stuff about the Batman movie, just go on his page, and literally everything you need to know, or want to know, or don't want to know, or you don't even need to know, is on this page. So it is very good, and it's really reliable. So he said, according to a Liverpool resident, they are prepping to film at St. George's Hall, specifically the long passageway stroke catacombs underneath there. And then there's some link to Reddit. So this could be, I don't know, the passageways to the Batcave or something like that. If you do read the comments, a lot of people say, I'm guessing this will be Arkham Asylum. Maybe it could be Arkham Asylum. It's going to be something very interesting either way. And then I may leave the link to Reddit specifically, but then there's some images to what it looks like. And if you do look at it, it does look like, yeah, I'm going to say it's Arkham Asylum now. I'm recording this in real time. And yeah, the images on Google Images, it looks more like Arkham Asylum than the Batcave. But it is interesting how the long passageways does look like it could be something to do with the Batcave. Maybe. I'm doing AIMC. Yeah, I won't do that again either. I don't really get that. So also in the news, if you do look on this page, God, I'm doing a YouTube video based on BatSource's page. Anyway, let's go on. There is a lot of different opinions based around the Batmobile. I don't really understand why, because like we keep saying, guys, we know that this is just a first look. We need to see it moving. We need to see it roaring. We need to see what context it's in. I mean, obviously there's going to be multiple suits, allegedly, multiple Batmobiles, allegedly, multiple villains, allegedly, and now, thanks to the Batmobile reveal, we know that the Batsuit does have a cape. We didn't know that before, did we? And also, I've just come across this thing that says the Batmobile looks like trash. And then the person in the thumbnail, I don't know what the hell he's doing. It looks weird. So yeah, I don't really get it how people were judging everything before it comes out. You know how everyone like trolled the Shazam suit, saying it looked very bad. We all knew it was a muscle suit. But everyone trolled it on YouTube, Twitter, saying the suit for Shazam looked awful. Then the movie came out, and the suit, yeah, it didn't look the best. But to be fair, the suit did look decent. So you can't really judge it until we see it properly. Can you? No, cool. So that is pretty much what we're going to go for the main narrative of the story. And also in the news, I'm going to address a rumor, but I'm not going to give any creditation to where the rumor came from because I just don't want to, because it's not real. So if you don't follow me on Twitter at WWarstu or Instagram at Warstu, I was sent this multiple times. So there is some, I don't know how to call it. There is a story out there that the Joker is going to appear in The Batman. It's not clear if it's the first movie, second movie, third movie, etc. And the Robin is going to appear in this movie. I mean, that makes sense to me. But according to this story, careful for spoilers if I'm going to ruin your life because this isn't even real, it's a fake rumor, is that Robin, right, get this, Robin is going to be killed via the Joker, which makes absolutely no sense because this is a detective variation of Batman. It's a really early version of Batman. There'd be no Joker, just like in the Gotham TV show. Technically, it took to the last season, to the final episode, until they really revealed Joker, and then still, it was not Joker. So, it makes no sense why Joker would kill Robin in the second or first movie. Like I say, I'll report any story, but I will always give my official opinion. I think this is a fake rumor. And I think I've debunked it because it can't happen. With all the villains I've already revealed, Falcone, Riddler, Two-Face, Mad Hatter potentially, Penguin, do you really think they're going to throw Joker in there just for the views? Just for the revenue? I mean, yes, Joaquin Phoenix movie did gross 1.1 billion, has made the most money in terms of profit, and it's turned the most money everywhere globally. And also, it's won the most awards, but they don't need to do that. This is the Batman, you know? One of the most iconic heroes, anti-heroes ever. So you don't need to do that. So, what can we tell about this rumor? It is fake, guys. I might put the Joker in the title just for jokes, but he's not in the movie. So, we already can tell, just from the first reveal of the Batman movie, the first reveal of how Batman looks, the Batmobile, we can tell a lot. We can tell the tone. It's going to be very noir. It looks like it's set in the current day, although the lighting looks like it's going to be old-fashioned to some capacity. The cinematography is going to be freaking awesome. You can tell this just by looking at the image where Batman is with a Batmobile. You can tell that it's going to be freaking awesome. The lighting is perfection. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens later down the road with filming, because they are only 2 weeks in. And like I said, we've not really seen anything yet. We've not seen Catwoman. We've not even seen Batman in the Batman suit walking around. But I presume this will change when they get to Liverpool in the northwest of England. I presume that will change then, because if they're going to be shooting the Batmobile, it made no sense for them to reveal the Batmobile unless they were going to be shooting in public. You know, the same with revealing the Batman suit. And still it didn't make no sense, because the first reveal for the Batman suit was the Batman suit, and the actual public reveal was a tactical suit that looked very different to the one where we got the first time round. And then if we look at the third reveal of the Batman suit in the most recent images, it looks different to the one where the stunt double was wearing as well. So that is pretty interesting. So also in the news, Shazam 2 is coming out for sure. And they are going to start shooting this movie very soon. But what's also interesting is Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock, is also shooting his movie very soon. I'd say that DC is actually more interested than Marvel at the moment. They've got so much going on. And Shazam, the first one, it didn't do crazy numbers, $400 million-ish. But that is pretty good for a movie that was filmed in Vancouver. It was a very low production, meaning it didn't cost much. So according to Geeks Worldwide, Shazam 2 is currently gearing up to start shooting in July, which is the same month Black Adam begins shooting, as The Rock himself announced last fall. Given the movies are releasing less than 3 months apart, there's bound to be some overlap in their production timelines, even if Shazam 2 rolls cameras a little bit earlier. So that is pretty cool. It really is interesting that both these movies are going to start shooting very soon. We've already covered the fact that my boy Henry Cavill, Superman, is going to appear in one of these movies. Just check the video, I'll tag it somewhere. That is going to happen. It really is going to happen. So also in the news, I don't know how to feel about this, because realistically, the Flash movie, if it comes, if it doesn't come, we don't know. It is going to start shooting as well in September, according to sources. But apparently, Reverse Flash is going to be a female, and then Mirror Master is also going to be a female. Now, Mirror Master's character isn't specifically gender specific, but if you're going to make it on a comic book story, then you should keep it comic book based. Now, Reverse Flash, throughout the whole history of DC Comics, has been a male. Yes, I know there's been female variations, but there's never been an Eobard female variation of Eobard Thawne. So I wouldn't be too happy if they turned Reverse Flash Eobard Thawne, who already exists, because if you've seen the Justice League trailers, Henry Allen was in jail, and we've seen Barry Allen visit his father. He's in there for the death of his mother, aka wife, but he didn't really kill her because that was Reverse Flash, but obviously no one believed him. But they kind of dropped that storyline, and that's part of the reason why release of Snyder Cut has to happen, because all them scenes were filmed. So yeah, the latest rumors going around, the rumor mill, is that Mirror Master is going to be female in the Flash movie, and Reverse Flash is going to be female in the Flash movie. And also, Andy Muschietti's variation of Flashpoint is going to be very different. I mean, I don't like to get on this woke culture, but if it's very different because you're changing characters male to female, that's not different. That's just, you know, doing it to stand out. Like, we all know what the Birds of Prey movie did. It just didn't work. It really didn't work because it was all over the place. Although I do think that was a very good movie, it just didn't work. It wasn't marketed right. And that is it for your Sunday's story on DCEU News. We've covered some Batman stuff. We covered some fake rumors about the Joker and Robert and Nibiru, because that literally makes no sense. So we might as well cover this one as well. Apparently, Johnny Depp is going to be playing the Joker in the Batman universe. Yeah, I really can't believe people are actually thinking the Joker is going to be in it. But Warstu, you said you can't do the Flash without doing Reverse Flash. You can't. But you can do Batman without doing Joker. You really can. At least a young variation of this character. Yes, Ben Affleck's variation was in the same movie as a Joker, but in BVS there was no Joker. Was there? No. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'll catch you in another video very soon. Let me know, what is your most anticipated movie for DC going forward? There's so much to come. The Batman movie next year. Black Adam next year. Shazam 2 next year. Then the following year, Aquaman 2. And then, inverted commas, maybe the Flash movie. We still have Wonder Woman 1984 to come out this year. So DC is going in strong. It really is. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.